I think it's deeper than rap. I think there's something deeper that we're not seeing between those two.
Sure it is.
And what it is like Stephen A., he's at the top of his profession. He got the $100 million contract. Like, and what's happening is he still can't sit at the cool kid's lunch table.
Yes.
And the cool kid is LeBron, and he ain't talking to him, and he ain't fooling with him. Yes. And so now what's happening is that now that Stephen A. has his clout, he's like, you know what? I ain't like you anyway. You know what I mean? And he's trying to tear him down. Now that he thinks he has the same kind of clout, but it's backfiring because we are seeing insecurities. We're seeing a
Who said this is like the Drake battle going worse? You said that. When you first said it, I was like, nah, this ain't that bad. You know what? But it has the same core principles. So Drake got so big, and he was so big for so long, got all the money, all the numbers, that he thought it bought all the cool, bought the street cred, bought everything. While Kendrick was just sitting there like, nah, that ain't it, bro. Like, you can cover it up well, and you've done the best job ever as an artist, but you still ain't it. Now, let me show you what it is.
Let me clarify that. And I mean when I said he's looking like Drake, because Drake is at the Toronto game against Sacramento, mad dogging DeMar DeRozan, whispering under his breath like fucking pussy after they beat him. So when you see that, you're doing things outside of yourself. Be the rapper. Be the ladies' man. So when I see Stephen A., like, he's shaking like a poodle with his. Did you see his left hand when LeBron was talking to him? He's shaking like a shaved poodle on the sideline. So you trying to convince the world that you would have swung on him if he would have touched you? Come on, bro.
Yeah, so he thought about that on the car ride home.
He gonna cry on the way home. So let me finish that. So to that Drake point. Drake was like, I'm trying to be cooler than I am because I grew up the actor, probably homeschooled, and probably didn't really get around all the real cool kids. So now I'm the coolest because you got to follow me because I'm paying everybody to say yes. All right? So then you see LeBron looking at Stephen A. like, all right, you the top dog in your industry. Congratulations. Do what you do. And then you walking like you balling. Like, the athlete walk is the best walk. Like, that's, I mean, all of these industries are amazing. I'm not saying you get the most money. I'm not saying you get all the love. I'm just saying everybody wants to say, all right, put it down, grab the ball. Who better, me or you? It ain't about out-rapping you no matter what you're doing. Ain't about nothing else, out-journalism you. It's about who's the cooler kid. And LeBron sat there, is like, this dude gonna really act like he me. He gonna step on my toes in my game, in my arena. And that's the first time in 22 years LeBron had to check somebody.
To be fair, I think they both playing like mental gymnastics here, and they both being a little shady because Stephen A. is talking about he trying to finesse it into the GOAT debate. Like, oh, you don't like me because I don't think you the GOAT. That ain't the case. Like, it's way deeper than that. But on the flip side of that, LeBron is playing both sides of the fence because one minute he's making it seem like, oh, I just don't like what he said about me as a father. But, and then, yesterday on McAfee, he was like, you know, I've been here 20 years. I don't have a problem with you critiquing the game and the players and this and that. But when he walked up to Stephen A. from what he said he's like, keep my son's name out your mouth. He didn't say, don't talk about me as a father. He said, don't talk about my son. So if your issue is with Stephen A. talking about your son, then you can't then say right after, hey, I don't have a problem if you talking about the game. Because Stephen A.'s comments was about Bronny's game. It wasn't about Bronny as a person.
Listen.
Now, his comments about LeBron, when he did that as a father, was out of line.
But that's when it all started.
But I'm saying LeBron is saying something opposite, though.
No, but you got to remember the beats of it. So remember, what was Kendrick's song with Future? What's that? Like that. Yeah. This, like, they've been shooting at each other for a while.
For years.
But like that made Drake say, oh, okay, you like that. All right. So their like that moment in this little battle was when he said, as a father. Where's the camera? As a father. So look, dog, no matter what I say to you, look, I'm talking about, I ain't gonna say your daughter's name, but your little mama, right? So I'm talking about little mama, right? She shouldn't be at the school. She ain't smart enough. She dumb as fuck. Man, why your daughter at the school? Dumbass. See, look how you feel right there. See how you acting? You're already feeling the way, but that's all right. I'm just talking about the school, right? So that's okay. But then I say, look, dog, as a father, why would you enroll her in that? Now, see, you like, hey, bro, it's okay if you don't think her test scores add up, because that's a number. But as a father, I didn't do right by putting her in a position to fail or succeed. And that's where LeBron said, hey, bro, you doing too much. I like your point of this is like deep. This is, they're both playing both ways. But Stephen A. is so, you said it first. Stephen A. is so loyal to the Michael Jordan text messages he's getting. So thankful he's getting them. Yes.
And he can't get one from LeBron because he ain't got his number.
MJ last week.
Dog, I'm going to leave it like this. That he's so thankful that Jordan's his buddy, homie, friend, whatever, that he literally will pick the second best player we've ever seen and only want to focus on his issues, his weaknesses. Like Skip Bayless made a whole career of. That's like, dog, if that ain't the answer, what is?
But that's on trend because he's a company man by default, right? So Stephen A is always.
Ain't we all? No.
Right?
No.
No?
If you work for a company? No, I'm going to stop. If we work for a company or company man, you mean like what? Break it down.
Do anything for
like
the company.
he's loyal guy, right?
Yeah.
Whoever he's with, he's riding with all day. So I can see him, especially someone like Michael Jordan, who he probably grew up and idolized and stuff like that, or he's riding for him all day, and God knows what MJ's probably telling him to, probably goosing him up, making him feel a little certain way.
The thing about the Jordan debate and LeBron. Anthony Davis was LeBron's teammate. He said in his very own locker room that Jordan's the best. So it's not, LeBron doesn't have a problem with people saying Jordan's the best. Well, it's like 80% of America.
Yeah.
Saying, or the whole world is saying Jordan is the best. So it's not really that. And I think that's where Stephen A is keep going back to Justin's point.
Low hanging fruit.
It's like, it's not that. It's when after that Philly game, he said, LeBron, why are you doing this to Bronny?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you doing this to Bronny? And it's kind of, as a father, stop doing it. And it's LeBron's not the coach. I mean, he may be, but you know what I'm saying? It's JJ Redick. I mean, we all know the others, but you don't got to go out here and speak on your platform. LeBron, stop doing it. Stop it. So I think that's where it was like that record, and that was what's triggered it, as Marcellus said.
Yeah, and look, I will be triggered. And I am very difficult to trigger. Like, it takes a lot. You could talk about my wife, my family, my mama. People come up to me all the time bagging on my mama like she dead, and they keep bagging. I'm like, oh, she dead. You ain't kill her, so why am I mad at you? Like, I don't displace my aggression. I know what my real problems are, right? And I'm gonna attack my real problem. And I don't have a problem even when I played and when I heard criticism. I heard the praise. I heard the criticism. I'm like, dog, duh. This is one thing about an athlete. We know no matter what venue you walk in, there's going to be people that are going to cheer you, and there's going to be people that boo you. Because when you're 8 years old, you got cheered. And then when you were 9 and fumbled that ball in the championship, you got booed. And people looked at you different. They didn't buy you chili cheese Fritos. Then you 12, and the people looking at you weird because your knees hurt. And then at 14, when you get your growth spurt, they all want you again. So you go through all of that. And then you make it to the league, and do you think I think that everybody going to love me? Right. I'm glad he said that. No one chooses football. Football chooses you. It's so crazy people still stuck in Patrick Mahomes in the offense. I'm like, do you see these numbers?
This is Marcellus Wiley on the rocks.